Alright, so here's the progress I made. Got quite a bit done since my last video. I'll show you what I got done. Chopped everything off of this car. Still got to pull the brain and all that stuff out of there, but welded some wheels on the frame, rolled it out of the garage. Took the rear end out. Got everything sitting in here. Side view here. So turned it sideways here in the garage. Got a little bit of space under there. I got it sitting up on those mounts that I made to hold it off the ground. So it sits about maybe ½ inch off the ground. Got the motor and everything all lined up. Rear end laying here. So the next thing I'm going to do is cut these supports out of here and then re-weld them down lower to brace the bottom of the body, and then cut this firewall out. Probably not all the way, I'm going to leave a lip there. Cut that out, and then I also have to take the gas tank out of there and that whole bracket stuff out of there, and then cut that back, and then I gotta take the rest of that flooring out. And I'm just gonna move that engine and trans back as far as I can so that it fits inside with that radiator there, like I mentioned in the previous video, and just start mocking it up, mocking the frame up. I'll square everything up, you know, all the tires, the four corners, square everything up and start building my frame. And this is how it's going to sit when it's laid out. So it looks pretty cool. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I didn't really go into explanation what I'm going to do, but bring my frame up, connect it to this frame wherever I can, even if I gotta angle it in or angle the frame out a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is the frame that I build for this truck, I'm gonna make sure I cut all the connecting pieces out hollow and weld them solid, because what I'm gonna do is, now that I've got it up, I can kind of see here, I'm gonna cut this flange and then weld a pipe from here and maybe use some flex pipe and weld a nipple into that frame and make my frame my exhaust, so I don't have to worry about fitting an exhaust up through there under my seats and all that stuff. I'll literally just use my frame, because why not? It's hollow and it's welded solid, as my exhaust. And I plan on it'll run back here and it'll, you know, come up and around the rear end, and then somewhere in there I'll weld it solid, and I'll weld another nipple here and another nipple here if this is where it's going to be at. And I'll do the same thing with maybe some flex tube. I haven't got that far yet, but I'm gonna put exhaust or mufflers in there to kind of quiet it down, and then it'll come back. Then for my rear, I'll have have it go straight across the box tubing, and then I'll just weld my exhaust tips out the back, and then that'll be that. I mean, that's the plan. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna knock all this stuff off here, build my own 4-link rear suspension here with my airbags and all that stuff, clean all this up, and we'll see how it goes.